to The Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
What's going on, everybody? It's 11:02. I'm full-time regular host of The Lock Shop, Dustin Nielson with you. Thank you very much for being here today, Lock Shop. Today and every day brought to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. Bigger bets and buy-ins now available for nearly all live dealer games from blackjack to baccarat. Your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. The early bird bet of the day is up and waiting for you over at Play Alberta. Just click on the EST specials page. We'll populate that bad boy as we work our way through the day today. And I'm pretty sure we're their only partners in Edmonton and the Alberta area who are actually putting bets up every day. And we've got lots of them right now. The early bird bet from today, Duck Dad's already got a Champions League play up there right now. I see that. The early bird bet, Yankees to win, and then Bateman with a hit and Kirk with a hit. That is plus 250. The Duck Dad UCL is up there as well. Lock Shop parlay from yesterday, which is Broncos over 9.5, Raiders under 5.5. That's at plus 340. We got Jay's play of the day CFL teaser, which is Winnipeg, Edmonton over 53.5, Montreal minus 7.5, Hamilton, Toronto over 54.5, and then BC plus 5.5. That's at plus 352. As for winners yesterday, the early bird bet of the day hit. That was just a Kirk RBI. The Dana White Contender Series. Shout out to the DJ and Dan and everybody watching Lock Shop. That one hit. And the Screw It, Let's Do It, Hernan Salas. What'd you guys have again? What was that one?
Bateman hit over 7.5 runs in that game, and then Sabalenka to win in under 18.5 games yesterday. She won in 17.
No!
Yeah.
The old Sabalenka sweat.
Yeah, that's Gager, man.
So that was Gager threw that in there.
Gager always has the wild bets that hit, so I love it. I'll be honest, Dusty, because I forgot the game was at 4:40, so by the time I logged in at 4:41, the bet was gone, so I don't even know what it was.
Oh, so you don't know what the number was?
No.
Well, let me see. I might be able. Sometimes sometimes they'll screen cap them in the Play Alberta chat that we have going. It might still be in there.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Damn it.
If
anyone knows, it'd be great to know the number.
So.
It was probably 3-4-1. Wasn't anything crazy.
Nah, whatever. I mean, guess what, man?
It hit.
A winner's a winner.
A winner's a winner,
A winner's a winner, and you got to be happy with it. You got to take it. And so, yeah, yesterday, not a bad day. Let me know if there's any winners out there that we missed on anything. But yeah, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999.
We got 99. Plus 338.
Plus 338. Okay, well, there we go. That's a nice, bang out one, maybe. If you bang out two of those a week, you're laughing.
You bet $100 on that? Nice little chunk of change you're getting in your pocket.
David Section T says, full-time regular host of the Lock Shop has to introduce himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think most hosts introduce yourself off the beginning of a show, right? Like that's how it works.
It's because every day there could be someone new.
Exactly. It's called a reset. You feeling vindicated today, buddy?
Yes.
I can see that smile. Look at that.
Well, I was telling Trev in the GF yesterday, I was like, because when I finished and I was 30 seconds over 2 hours, I was disappointed, I'll be honest. I was like, there's no way I was over 2. And I just thought I lost some time. So now like all the watch times are vindicated, which is great. So I hit my goal, which was I wanted to. My training wasn't like, I thought my training was wrong, but everything was perfect. So yeah. I'm happy. Yeah.
Because what was the goal? Sub 2?
Sub 2, but I was 155 where I kind of wanted to be.
Crushed your goal.
Yeah. So it's just unfortunate because a lot of people still can't qualify.
Yeah.
Right. So
shouldn't they?
They're going to try.
Should the Edmonton Marathon not be talking to these other marathons and just say, "Hey, go by the watch times; those are accurate." And then you said all the white. Well, anybody can go online if you have the access to the similar app.
You can pretty much you can do the math and figure out what your time is for 21.1.
Yeah,
it's not. I mean, for the Edmonton Marathon people, they got to do thousands of people, so it's a little bit harder. But I mean, to come out and say it wasn't their fault, and the next day to kind of backtrack and say, yeah, we did do it wrong. It's a bad look.
It's
man.
a bad look.
I don't know what you do. I don't know.
Well, I'll say this. I don't know who runs it, but they probably shouldn't be running it next year. Like whoever's in charge,
who's ever in charge of the course,
whoever's the top.
No,
I say whoever's the director of the bloody race needs to take this bullet.
Yeah,
right. It's your responsibility. Yeah, you should be, and maybe whoever wasn't. If there's a person who's in charge of the course, they're gone too.
Yeah.
But the fact that they came out after race and said, no, all those watches are wrong. We're right. That person's job.
Yeah.
They're done.
And
I think they have to be done.
And close to 700 meters off. Like that's not small, right? Like that's pretty significant.
No, that's a significant. Yeah, that's a significant jump.
And it's just everybody was like, yeah, what a crazy weekend in terms of that. Like, and like, listen, talking about running in your marathon times is like listening to people talk about their fantasy team. No one cares, Dusty.
Yeah.
But like me and Dom are into it, Reed's into it, Jay's into it. It's crazy because it's like
everybody's talking about it now.
Everybody's talking about it, but it's just the effort that goes in, you know? Like you trained your butt off and then for it to be wrong.
Yeah, but you saw it on your watch. Would you have been able to live with it? Like,
yes.
Moving forward, you would have just looked at your watch and be like, no, I ran a 155.
Well, I was able to live with it because I went online later that evening and saw everybody talking about it. So I was like, okay, I thought I was the only one. I was like, why is my watch so far off? So in that sense, I was like, okay, like I'm going to go by my watch time. Screw this. Because we did run I almost ran a kilometer more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just, it was a little bit of indication, but I hope for like the guy that was on Jay's show yesterday, or the Reed Wilkins show. I
caught part of that. I didn't catch all of it.
Like he was saying, he had specific times he had to hit at certain kilometers, and he goes, when he noticed he wasn't going to hit it because the course was off, he kind of dialed it back a bit.
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of people did because they're like, what happened? Why am I so slow now? You know what I mean? So
have we thought about the protester who was throwing the eggs at people? Do you think she knew that the course was too long, and she was already like angry about it and was pre-protesting before the race was even over?
I didn't see that, Dusty. I don't know when I don't know if
I'm assuming it would have been for a small amount of time unless she had 1,000 eggs.
No, I know, but I don't know if it was for the full that started at 7 or the half that started at 7:45, right?
Be a little bit different then.
And I for the people that got hit by the eggs, that's terrible. Terrible.
That does suck. How was your run? Well, I got hit by an egg.
Obviously, she hates runners.
Yeah, you got to push through. You got to push through. I mean, when somebody's throwing eggs, maybe next year, as people are training for this, they should have random people on the street throwing eggs at them as they're out running, training for the 2027 Edmonton Marathon. Is that a private business? Like, does somebody own the Edmonton Marathon?
I don't know.
Or is it like something that the city sort of oversees and they appoint a director of it?
I'll get to the bottom of that question.
Because if it's privately owned, that's a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Right? Like I would think there's something of significance there.
I hope you can join us next year.
What's the shortest amount?
5K.
5K. You know what? I think I'd be uncomfortable. If you gave me a couple months, I could go run 5K. But I think I would be uncomfortable around all the runners, technically not being a runner myself. You know, like they're all living their running life and I'm there in like basketball shorts.
Buddy, I saw a guy run in Chuck Taylor's, man, and he was cruising.
What?
In jean shorts.
No.
So, yes.
Good for him. He must skateboard.
I saw a guy with no bib. I think he just joined in halfway. Seriously.
He didn't have a bib. He just decided he wanted to run with everybody else.
He's like, I ain't paying for this. I'm just going to run.
I do like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what you pay for. You pay for the bib. I guess technically you could just come out and stand there and run with everybody.
Yeah. Like, who's going to stop you?
Man, who's that guy? I want to know who that guy is. Who's the guy who ran the marathon without a bib? That's funny.
There was one guy too. He was dressed in a full Spartan costume, and he just walked the whole time with a sword in his hand, like a plastic one. But he had he had like the movie 300. Yeah. He was.
So he just did the 5K. Probably.
No, he did the half marathon.
He did a half marathon,
walking in a Spartan uniform.
How long did it take him to walk?
I have no idea, but he was just walking with the biggest smile on his face.
My God. Holy smokes. So the freaks come out too.
Yeah.
At the marathon. All right. Okay. Let's bring in Huss. He ran the Winnipeg Marathon last Father's Day. He joins us on the show today from
26.2, everyone. My marathon was 26.2 beers over the course of one Sunday. I got to tell you, I've been training for that one for a long, long time.
You've been waiting for your opportunity to do that.
Well, I just caught the end of what you were saying. You said there was some vindication. Was there?
Yeah, the marathon officially came out and said they were wrong. It was incorrect measuring in one of the detours around construction, and everybody did run more than they were supposed to win.
Wow. So that poor Boston Marathon guy, how was his visit? Like, had they already said that when he was on Reed's show?
I don't know. Had that news already broke before the guy was on Reed's show yesterday?
No, it broke after.
Last night.
It broke around 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
to put out
it broke
statement.
after that.
Yeah.
So, man, that guy would have been even more, I don't know, probably more pissed.
He put out a statement after.
Did
he said, well, thanks, but it's a little too late for that. Like, he pretty much called us all liars.
Whoever organized this thing has to be fired, right, Huss? That's it. Like, bottom line, that person's done. Like,
I mean, listen, I'd be lying if I said I knew anything about how these events are. Like, is there a commissioner of the?
I don't know how it works.
Marathon? Like, it's probably a volunteer.
I know there's a
board
race director. There's a race. I think the top title is race director. And if you're the race director,
hot seat race director,
yeah, then that person's in a lot of trouble, I think. But what are you gonna do? I wasn't too worried about last night because I was watching WNBA action.
So I'm now 1-for-1 in my first ever same gamer. It was so electric. I had Marina Mabry from the Tempo to get over 20.5.
Okay.
Sophie Cunningham over 1.5 3-pointers. And I went against the Fever, Tempo plus 10.5.
That was a good pick.
The theory being that, this crazy crowd, like the Fever are used to this. I mean, this is just another game for them. But for the Tempo, who had lost 10 in a row going in, they're an expansion team. This was probably going to be their biggest game of the year, a home game, big rank against the Fever. And they were terrible defensively early. I thought that the Fever might go for 130 or 140. I mean, they just seemed to. Toronto had to work so hard to get baskets, and then boom, boom, boom. It was in the other way. But they turned it around. Obviously, you got some of the backups in, and then Mabry had 16 points late in the fourth quarter, hit a 3 to get it to 19. And at that point, it was, I think the score in the game was about 9 or so. Toronto got a basket and a hold, so it was 7. And then she hit a 3 from the center, like the center logo, like just inside half court. I can't remember what was the circumstances for it. She had to get it up.
It was late in a quarter. It was late in a quarter. I watched that on the highlights last night. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was the fourth quarter. I mean, we're talking like
I'm pretty sure they said late in a quarter. I thought that's what they said.
3 minutes. Well, maybe she did it a couple times.
Yeah,
anyways,
maybe.
that was the one that went in. And like, not only did it put her over the number, but it got them to down only 4 points. And, we were talking about the last minute or so. So it looked good. So that was nice. Very disappointing home performance by the Las Vegas Aces. And I'll give Angel Reese and the Dream a lot of credit. I mean, they bounced back from that tough overtime loss to the Fever.
They had full control of that game from what I saw. I watched about two quarters. Like,
yeah, no, they're really good. And then the Liberty did lose on the road against the Sky. So overall wasn't great. The baseball picks were nice. That Brewers money line felt pretty safe last night, Dusty.
My God.
22-0.
22-0. Got to the point where J-Rod is throwing a ball up out of play because he didn't know how many outs there were, and they just kept scoring runs.
I was talking to
tough.
Connor about that earlier. I said, you know what? When in an inning where you're already getting murdered and you're bringing in a backup third baseman in Lou Rivas to pitch, and they're just going out there. Everything's getting hit. That's the one time I can maybe give a yellow card for a guy not remembering how many outs there were, because the inning was probably about 45 minutes long.
Just kept going and going and going and going. That was what's it? The modern day record for biggest shutout to lose by 22 in the shutout. So that was
the Brewers.
That was not good. But the Braves, man, they're killing us this week.
Yeah, they're on the list, I think, right now. And listen, it was doubly bad because we could have used the Twins to lose, because of course the Twins are part of this. It's almost like we've got a brand new division, Dusty.
Yeah, the wild card division. Yes.
You know what I mean? But let's get to it. I don't want to bury the lead. How about them Blue Jays?
Don't love them today, but wow, was that incredible last night. And then let's say somehow Scherzer pulls it off today. Then they take 2 of 3 at least from these guys. But the most encouraging sign yesterday, I mean, first of all, by the time I turned it on, it was already 4-0. And then the bats just kept coming and they kept coming and they kept coming. First time in over a month that they hit double digits against a team that is 34 games above 500 or something like that. That was,
they were 35 going into last night.
That was an insanely impressive game. Like, if you were on the fence still of, am I getting back on this Jays bandwagon? I don't know how last night wouldn't have pushed you over the top, buddy.
Do you have a number there on Jays to make the playoffs?
I don't know. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek here. Well, I don't think that's up right now. No, I do not have a number on that. Do you see a number somewhere on that?
Well, I got it at plus 325 yesterday.
Okay, yes. So yesterday before the win at 325.
Yeah. Now the thing is, everybody else won, and I saw it still up. Now I was kind of surprised. I thought a win like that last night against Toronto might have taken that number down, but I would suggest that is something I think lock shoppers will want to get on. Like, just right now, I mean, as they say, it's like we've got the wild card division, and can they win it? And can they get that spot and make the playoffs? That's going to be something I think a lot of people would want to ride with. Yeah, you know, and Soriano, there was that weird bit with the lights going out, and then, you know, they get going again. He has the wild pitch that scores a run, and then sort of a bloop single that knocks those other 2 in, and all of a sudden you're getting sort of nervous. Okay, it's 6-3. Here comes Tampa. And then obviously back locked in on fever tempo, I turn my head again, and the next thing I see is Okamoto putting on the jacket. And man, I mean, they put up crooked numbers in 3 straight innings, like 2 spots in 5 overall. And outside of that, you know, 3 spot in 4, it was only a 2 spot, I guess, off of Waldron later on. And like, they didn't have to go to Varland. They didn't have to use Rogers. So, I mean, you could not have had a better start for the Blue Jays for this very, very important week on the road against a team that has owned them, that is the class of the division, and to put up double digits, get another strong start from your new pitcher, don't really have to stress your bullpen, and win in somewhat comfortable fashion. Heck of a start. And this would be, to your point, I mean, with Scherzer going at it today,
this would be a big upset today.
It's a tough spot to maybe back the Jays, but just taking out the betting part of it, just as a fan, I mean, man, if he can give them 4 good innings, and, you know, then get into the pen with the guys. You
mentioned some of the guys they've got available. Yeah.
For sure. So, and again, I mean, they're going to have to get to, get to the Tampa Bay pitching. I'm just checking out who again is the
Blue Jays are plus 173 on the money line. Rays at minus 208 right now in that one.
And Drew, I mean, he's been really good at home. He's been good all season long. I mean, 2.78 ERA, a whip under 1.91, and a 12-5. So he's been one of the best pitchers in the league. This is going to be tough, but tell you what, they're they're starting to feel these bats a little bit without Vladdy. And it's kind of funny. All this is coming on while he's on the 7-day IL. Interesting.
I know. The bats are going, and he's the one who's kind of been the biggest disappointment with the bat this year that's been letting him down. Kirk's, I think I saw it today. Kirk's hitting, what was it? I think I might have liked it. He's hitting 364 this month. Let me see if I save that. I saw that pop up today. I think, here it is. Alejandro Kirk. Oh, no, he's hitting 392 in August. Kirk's hitting 392 in August right now. So he's kind of put the team on his shoulders offensively and has got them back into the mix. And they're right in the thick of this wild card race. Let's stick with baseball here, Huss. Let's put together a little triple play for today. We'll get it up here early so lock shoppers can hop on it. We're going to dive into NFC West preview today. Put together a parlay for that. BMW Championship picks as well that we want to get to. So what do we got for Major League Baseball today? What are you looking at?
Just one more thing quickly on the game. And I will give our pal, former TSN 1290 legend, Matt Leibel. He came on the show with me yesterday for an hour. We were talking Jays, and he made the prediction, and he is a rabbi now. The rabbi blessed George Springer and said that Springer, talk about Vladdy, Springer's the guy that's going to need and will heat up in the final month of the season.
Is this an official blessing?
It was an official blessing.
So this is an official thing, like he did an official blessing.
Yeah.
So you can do that? You can just bless whoever you want if you have those powers? I love it. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't asked. I mean, we have brought him on before to bless the Jets. We had him on to, Bombers and other things. But he specifically singled out Springer yesterday. And what does Springer do? He goes 3 for 4 with a walk. A big part of the game last night. So it'll be good. And it's so funny. Like some of these guys, Bateman's new. Lucas is playing incredible. Big Earn was 3 for 5, which was nice. And Josh Smith came over from Texas. He got a couple in there. So the team looks different. The results are different right now. Blue Jays, they're back to 3 games under 500. We're getting closer to be talking about getting on the other side. And to be honest, looking at the rest of this group, like I think if you can get to 2-3 games above 500, you're probably in.
That might work for you. Yeah, that could do it. If you can get, I think that two games above, maybe 3 games above 500 probably will be enough to get you into that wild card spot. So game 2 of this series for the Blue Jays tonight against the Rays. What else we got here? Let's put together a little 3-gamer here.
See, what do you have here now? Mariners Brewers.
I was just looking at that line.
How do we now? I mean, like on paper, I actually like the pitching matchup. I like the pitching matchup for the Mariners.
They got Gilbert going?
Yeah, Gilbert's going against Dustin May.
How do you bounce back from 22-0 shellacking like that?
Yeah. You're right. To be honest with you, I just sort of think that's a skipper, a skip 'em from yesterday. What happened in the Oakland? Yeah, the Royals were able to win. That was nice. So listen, the Royals. I mean, both the Royals and the A's are terrible, and it doesn't look like there's much of a difference when it comes to this pitching matchup. Although I will say this for Seth Lugo, he's been better. He's got a couple wins in his last 2 starts. And against, the Cubs, Angels aren't particularly good. They are around. What's the money line on that?
I got minus 156 on the Royals here against the A's.
But to be honest, this guy Gage Jump, just looking at him, he's on the hill for the Athletics
A's tonight. Yeah,
he's had 2 nice starts. 2 starts ago, he went 6 innings with 11 strikeouts in Boston against the Red Sox and only gave up 2 runs.
I mean, you said not a lot separating those 2 teams.
No. Listen,
he's won 3. He's won 3 of his last 4. He's beaten the Red Sox twice in the last month. His only loss in his last 4 starts was against the Tigers, and he got shelled in that one. Did you say he struck out 11 against Boston his last time out?
Yeah, 2 games ago. 11.
Yeah, 2 games ago, yeah.
He's that good. I mean, if we want to maybe pop in an underdog, what's the number on the A's?
Plus 133.
Let's think about that one.
Okay, I'll make a note for it.
I'm looking at. Oh wow! So Cade Cavalli pitching for the Nats tonight has been lights out lately, winning 4 of his last 5 starts. His last time out, last Thursday against the Cubs, 8 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts. He is on the hill for the Nationals tonight, going up against Kumar Rocker, who has been rocked in his last few. Kumar for the season is 4-9 with a 4.50 ERA. But he's coming off losses to the A's, Baltimore, and Houston. So are the Nats underdogs?
Yeah, look, I just so the Nationals are plus 116. So if we just decided to go with a double play and just went to 2 dogs, the double dog play plus 403 before a boost on the A's and the Nationals.
Listen, let's take a swing. Let's take a couple dogs. Let's see if it can be Wednesday. Dogs breakfast, if you will, betting on some of the worst teams in the league to get those rare wins that they rarely see.
Okay, I'll send that over. We got an NFC West preview, BMW Championship picks. But you did text me last night. You said, sorry, I missed the text. I was just finishing up an auction draft. How did that go for you last night?
Well, this is the most, you're a fantasy guy. You will love this. I should pull this up right now. So this is the most extensive league that I'm in. It is an auction dynasty league that has been going, I think this is the 20th season now.
An auction dynasty league. So your auction draft last night was just all rookies?
No, we do a rookie draft. That's a different thing. That's already happened.
Okay.
3-round rookie draft. And if you sign rookies, they're slotted into salaries based on first, second, or third round.
Okay. All right.
But originally, and every year for all the free agents, we do an auction. And the salary cap it's been going up $5 a year. It's going to cap out at 200 next season. Started at 100. So it's kind of the thing. There's been some inflation over the years. But basically what happens is you have your lineup, auction all the players. So let's say I picked Patrick Mahomes for $10, just say.
Okay.
So I get Mahomes for $10. Now in these next couple days, we have to decide how long we want to sign our players for.
Okay.
So if I want to sign Mahomes for 3 seasons, I can do that. But his $10 salary each year goes up 20% plus $1. So in this case, a $10 player, he'd go up 20%. That's 2 plus 1. I want to keep him next year. He's 13. It always rounds up. So once you're on the other side of 10, it would be 3. So next year he would be 17. If you've got guys that you've signed to big money deals, you don't want them anymore, you can cut them, but you do get a cap penalty.
Oh, wow.
Every year at the end of the season, going into the draft, you can designate 2 restricted free agents where you have the right to match. So they get bid up big. You're not really getting the deal on them, but if you still want to keep them, you can say, okay, I'll match, and you keep the guys. The other really interesting tweak of all of this, like I drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, I drafted Tyler Warren. They were both amazing last year. And much like the NFL, if a guy goes absolutely off, they hold out. So I had holdouts. And there's, if you have a holdout, you got to pay the guy, I believe, the average salary of the top 5 players at his position.
Like a franchise tag almost.
Yes, exactly. There is a franchise tag as well. But anyways, it's amazing. Like the commissioner, shout out Chenger out in
This
Calgary.
guy sounds like a huge nerd. I love him.
Yes. Well, and the funny thing is that he did not sort of invent the league. Like this format, one of the guys got it and said, "This is incredible. We need to do this." So they hit me up. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in. It sounds great." But there was so I'm just looking here. This is the franchise price. If you have a running back that held out, which was Gibbs, you can sign him. This year it's $32. Next year it's $40. Year after it's $46. If you want to put a franchise tag on someone, it's basically the same numbers. So there's a lot that goes into this. So only about half the players maybe are actually in the auction, which makes available players, because sometimes guys will have rookies that are on better deals. The available players sometimes go for a lot more. Like I had Gibbs and I had JSN. Those were sort of my key guys. I ended up paying big time, but I got Josh Jacobs. And then I ended up getting really good deals on both Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. So I can either play all three. I can play 3 running backs, in a week if I want. And I don't really love the backfields where there's 2 guys, but the second one guy gets hurt. All of a sudden that other guy is a bell cow running back.
Huge bump.
I was good. As far as the players, like, kind of the more the fantasy guys that were available that I'm kind of excited about for the upcoming year. I thought I got a really good deal on Parker Washington from the Jags. You're a Jags guy. Like, he was a monster at the end.
He was massive down the second half of the season, buddy. He was, he's banged up right now, I think. I think he might be hurt right now a little bit. Training camp hurt.
I'm just looking at, it doesn't seem like there's any news notes on that, but 3rd-year receiver. And I think I got him for like $8 or so, which was great, considering the amount. I didn't have very good running receivers. So I took, at the end, my low dollar ballers, Deebo Samuel, Jordan Addison, my last pick. What do you think of Malik Washington this year?
I love Malik Washington. That's a good last pick. I mean, he's a speedster, but he's got a quarterback who's going to be running a lot. And usually with a quarterback that's running a lot or has tendencies to run a lot, they either look for a short pass or they take off running. And he's expected to be a short area target guy. So he's by far my favorite pass catcher for a team that might not have huge numbers, but he's gonna be the most targeted receiver, I think. So I like that one. I like the Addison pick too. I mean, there's hopefully a resurgence coming for both him and Justin Jefferson with the change at quarterback. And prior to last season, Addison was pretty steady in fantasy. So that's a good late. Like, if you're not strong on receivers, those are good guys to add late.
Well, I here's a prediction right now. Malik Washington. I won't go top 20 receiver this year in fantasy.
Oh, wow.
I think he'll be top 20.
PPR, it would have to be a PPR league, but most people play PPR leagues. And,
sure. I mean, because I think he'll see balls. He's awesome. I mean, when he gets it, he'll be able to do things. And let's think about the amount of garbage time that the Miami Dolphins are going to be playing it. Like, they're going to be seeing soft defenses. They're going to be seeing backups. I mean, it's terrible if you're a Dolphins fan, but I think that if you're a Washington guy, and again, Malik Willis is coming in. I mean, he's going to be given a lot of rope. He's had a great connection with him already in training camp, and they got to go out and play the games. I mean, they're going to be getting the ball kicked off to them a lot. They're going to have a lot of 75-yard fields to go out. So anyways, I was pretty looking forward to him. What are your thoughts on Lemon from Philly?
And
Philly in general.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think my hesitancy comes from I actually do really like Smith this year with AJ Brown gone. I mean, when Smith has been targeted and when he's been the focal point of that offense at times, when AJ Brown's been hurt, Smith's been really good. So I do like Smith's upside. Goddard's going to steal some touchdowns. It's not a strong year for, like, if you're doing rookie drafts. Lemon's like a top 5 guy, but not necessarily. I drafted him in one of my leagues, but I wasn't like, yes, he's still there. I just don't know.
I got him 5th.
He basically goes 5th in all of them, right? I just don't know Like how many targets is he going to see this year? How much are they going to work with him? I think
if he's good, maybe tons. I mean, like they traded AJ Brown and used that pick, first rounder. I mean, to come in. Issue is that, they
just don't throw the ball.
Yeah,
they just don't throw a ball enough.
And again, do you trust Jalen Hurts? I mean, that is it. Well, speaking of NFL, why don't we hit a division?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yesterday we laid out the AFC West. We went with Broncos over 9.5 and the Raiders under 5.5. Another very strong division today. And we look at the NFC West: Rams, Seahawks, Niners, and Cardinals. The win total breakdown is somewhat similar to what we saw yesterday. Cardinals total is at 4.5. Niners at 10.5. Seahawks at 10.5. Rams at 11.5. So those are some big numbers for three teams that are expected to be pretty good. The Rams right now at Play Alberta minus 110 to win the division. The Seahawks plus 200. The Niners plus 310. You've got the defending champions in here. You've got the Super Bowl favorites in here. And then you've got the Niners in here who've been dealing with a bunch of injuries already in camp this year. We had a guy from Seattle on today. Greg Bell covers the Seahawks, and he said he's heard from people down there that injuries are already starting to catch up to the San Francisco 49ers. So if healthy, the Niners do have a ton of weapons, but the Seahawks are expected to have a really good defense again. The one thing that he said this morning that I found somewhat interesting is he said Sam Darnold looks a lot better this year than he did at this time last year. He said last year he was sort of like the captain of the offense. This year he's the commander. Like he said he looks much better than he did last year at the same time. And we know what ended up happening with the Seahawks last year. Now, Darnold also turned the ball over a ton last year. And if you can dial that back in, that's going to help. But then there's the Rams, Huss. And I mean, they look on paper, and obviously they have an old quarterback, but he was awesome last year. Rams division to lose? Would you go that far when the defending Super Bowl champions are also in your division?
It's so tough. I mean, these are the top two teams on the board for Super Bowl odds too. Yeah. I mean, like the Rams are the favorite, and then you've got the Seahawks, along with the Bills, which I don't really get, but that's neither here nor there. The Rams have put themselves in a position where it really is Super Bowl or bust. I'll say this right now, and not just because of the power station that seems to be some sort of plot by the rest of the teams to eliminate the Niners before the season even starts every year. But to me, and the conversation on this division, I think for a lot of people is the conversation for the NFC and potentially the conversation for the Super Bowl. The Rams have loaded up. Those two teams were incredibly tight last year. I mean, you remember those games that they played, and obviously the game that Seattle won, that crazy comeback that ended up being the difference really with them getting the home field and all that. What
a game.
I mean, those games were absolutely insane. Like, I still have a lot of respect for Seattle coming back, returning most of that Super Bowl championship team, young. But there is an element of it's our time with the Rams. And, I'm assuming we're going to see Aaron Donald out there in addition to Myles Garrett. The one thing, and I'll ask you this, does it concern you of how old they are? Because we've seen it before with the Rams. They've sort of been doing this for a while. Now, they've always been competitive, but they have had an issue keeping some of these older guys healthy. And I'll say this, Matt Stafford at the top of that list. He was awesome last year, but 12 months ago right now, we're like, is this guy going to be in a hyperbaric chamber for the first 2 months of the season? Like, are we going to see him?
With Stafford, it's always, man, they're one hit away. Like, Stafford, but he doesn't get hit. They do a really good job of protecting him. He does a really good job of getting the ball exactly where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. They've got a strong running game once again. There could be a Puka Nacua situation, and then Devontae Adams is a little bit older, but still finds a way to just be an absolute, ball hawk in the end zone. And he would probably score 7 or 8 touchdowns again this year. It's what he always does. And on the defensive side of the ball, they look really solid again. Like, I'm not sure there's a weakness for the Rams outside of just how strong the damn division could be. That's That's what it looks like to me. I mean, if you go out and if you for some reason lose 3 of 4 to the Seahawks and Niners, you're screwed as far as going after that division goes. So probably going to come down to just the head-to-head games between the Seahawks for the division. And the Seahawks are younger. The Seahawks have won as a group. The Seahawks, now they've got a new OC this year in Seattle with Kubiak leaving. We'll see how that impacts things as well. But I'm really looking forward to Seahawks and Rams games this year. I understand the Rams hype though, but strong division, older team would be the sort of asterisks on going, oh yeah, it's the Rams are going to be there in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think I lean Rams in this one.
But what about the 11.5? So if you lean Rams, you take the over 11.5.
I mean, I think so. And I think it's going to probably take 13 wins to win this division. I mean, and the Rams obviously didn't win the division, so they don't have that first place schedule. I mean, just to run down, they're opening in Australia against the Niners. Then it's Giants, at the Broncos, and at the Eagles. Those are a couple tough games. Home to the Bills. Then they got the Cardinals, Raiders, home to the Chargers, at Commanders, Cardinals, home to the Packers and Chiefs. Oh, that'll be a good one. December 3rd. At the 49ers, home to the Cowboys, at the Seahawks. Whoa, how about this end of the season? Week 15 or game 15 at Seahawks, at Bucks, home to the Seahawks.
2 of their last 3 games are against the Seahawks?
Last week of the season.
That sounds like a pretty difficult. That sounds like a difficult schedule. They've got the 27th easiest schedule. So they've got the 6th hardest schedule in the National Football League this year. As you were starting to list off, oh God, you know who has the most difficult schedule in the league this year?
Arizona.
So maybe we start with the Cardinals under 4.5 wins.
Listen, I think that with the quarterbacks that are in the draft next year,
they'll want to be under 4.5 wins. Yeah.
I think we can see the playbook right now. You know what? They'll give Carson Beck some time. They're going to play Brissett. They didn't do much in the offseason. Jeremiah Love can get familiar with the NFL, but this team is going to be getting absolutely pounded, all year.
Okay, so the Cardinals under 4.5. Seahawks and Niners are 10.5. The Rams are 11.5. All 3 of these teams last year had at least 12 wins. Seahawks were 14. Rams were 12. Niners were 12. Which one of those 3 teams do you like the over 10.5 or 11.5 the most so we can team up with the Cardinals? Because I want to get some BMW Championship picks here.
Just looking at the Seahawks, they got the Patriots, Cardinals, Commanders, Chargers, Niners, Broncos and Chiefs, Bears, Cards, Raiders, Niners, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, and then Rams, Panthers, Rams. It's 11.5 for the Rams.
It's 11.5 for the Rams, 10.5 for the Seahawks. And then the Niners, according to Sharp Football Analysts, have the 7th easiest schedule in the league, and they're also at 10.5.
I'm out on the could the Niners make it over? Sure. Basically, maybe with that schedule.
So you're liking the Seahawks over the 10.5, I think?
You know what? To be honest, I like both of those teams to go over.
Yeah.
I think that they're that good. I guess we'd need 11-6 for Seattle.
Yeah.
Or 12-5. Wait, I'm good on either. Which one do you like better?
I think I go Seattle. I think we go Seattle.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go Seattle over 10.5. So it'll be the lock shop. And I'll send this over here, Huss. Let's start on the BMW Why do you keep calling it WHL? BMW Championship. Who do you got for your top 3?
What are we? What's the Scottie number?
The Scottie number is just 1 second here. Hang on. Scottie Scheffler to win it is. I looked at it earlier this morning. Didn't write it down. Plus 295.
Like he's 3-1.
Yeah.
So that's unbettable. But I did mention to you on Monday, like, what are the chances that Scottie, after winning only once all season, but having statistically the best year of his career, runs the table in the FedEx Cup playoffs?
Well, the way he was playing last week, it looks like we should be, stunned if he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not betting him at 295. Like,
no, definitely not. We know Rory likes fat checks. And the fact that he is only 14-1.
Yeah, I got 14 on him too here.
In a 50 person field is interesting. What who's after Rory? Just give me the next
I'll give you the top 10 here. We've got in order Scottie, Rory at 14, Ludwig Eberg just after him at plus 1480. Xander's at 1520. Sam Burns is at 1750. Cam Young's at 1770. Tommy's at 1950. Matty Fitz is at 2125. Your boy Goddard at 2350, and Siwoo Kim at plus 2375. And then just after that, you get into the Hidekis, Vic, Cantlay, Wyndham Clark. So I mean, it's a strong field. We know that, but those are the top 10. I've got two guys in that top 10 group that I mentioned, and I got one little bit of a longer shot here as well.
The one that blows me away is the Aberg number. Like Ludwig being in this field, that he's got a shorter number than Xander, got a shorter number than Sam Burns. The guy that I like, that I think still is one of the few guys that has a real chance to maybe, if he can go back to back in these next 2 weeks, win the Player of the Year, is Cam Young. And I think that Cam Young at 18-1 is a number that I can stomach. And then the other one is Rory, as I mentioned. Like, I just think that there's, compared to the other guys and the numbers that they're at, if we can get Rory in and around 14-1, he'll be ready to go. I know he'd been on holidays. He didn't look good last week. He was at the range for 2.5 hours after his rounds. He's gearing up because he likes to get paid. So Rory, Cam Young.
It's 20 mil, right? 20 million the purse?
It's the for the Tour Championship. This one will be huge too.
Yeah. I thought I saw it was like 20 mil.
These are almost like live events. And then for a guy a little further down the board, how about our guy Victor Hovland? What did I say he was at?
Vic's at 2675.
So at it. But I mean, I think I kind of focus on the top of the board. I mean, after Scottie, we've got pretty nice numbers on a few of these guys. Rory, Cam Young, the ones that I like the most.
I like Sam Burns. Sam Burns, it was 1740 about an hour ago. Now I said it's 1750. It's moved slightly. Look at, here's Sam Burns' last 6 events. The Memorial, T4, Canadian Open, T20, US Open, alone in second, Travelers, T12, Open Championship, third, FedEx, T3. Like, the guy has, in his last 6 events, he's got 4 top 5s or better. Like, Sam Burns has been absolutely lights out. Hasn't won since 2023. So there's the being due factor here as well for a guy who's been lights out for the last 2.5 months. I like Siwoo Kim at 2350. He's got 3 top 10s in his last 4 events. Was not good at the Rocket. I think he finished like T42 or something there. But other than that, he's got 3 top 10s in his last 4. He leads the tour with 49 sub 70s so far this season as well. So he's been extremely consistent, very effective. I do like Siwoo Kim. And then just a longer shot, quite a ways down here. Alex Noren at 70-1. He rolls in here, T18, T7, T3. So he's been playing pretty well as of late. This is a monster field, obviously. It would be a stunning upset, but that's why the number's there at 70-1. So I like Sam Burns. I like Siwoo Kim. Those are my 2 guys up near the top of this thing, and then Noren would be a long shot. What do we throw in here for a top 20, buddy?
Top 20. By the way, you know who won this? We should have mentioned that, the BMW has been moved around, and it's at Bellerive.
Bellerive this year, yeah.
This year. Remember the last time we saw Bellerive?
No, I don't
Probably
actually.
Just getting going with the lock shop. 2018 PGA Championship. Brooks Koepka.
Brooks
the winner.
Koepka.
Second, Tiger Woods.
Wow.
Third, Adam Scott. And a tie for fourth between Stuart Sink and John Rahm.
No.
The other guy, this top 10's incredible. Francesco Molinari.
I remember him.
Thomas Peters, RIP Live. Justin Thomas, Gary Woodland, and a guy I haven't heard the name Rafa Cabrera Bello for at least 6 or 7 years. But there's not a lot of these top guys that were there. I mean, Spieth was T12, Lowry was there, Kisner, Ricky Fowler.
You remember the days of on the lock shop being like, is Tiger going to make the cut? Lock shop's been around for a while, man. It's been around for a while. That's that's funny.
That preceded, of course, the 2019 Masters for Tiger, and then went in from there. But as far as the thing in a T, the T20s are probably really short.
Probably short on these guys, right?
There's only 50. Like I think we almost might.
You want to go top 10s?
I think we might have to. Like, how about this? Why don't we take? By the way, Scheffler did win this last year, so
different course. But
you know what's automatic? Scottie probably being top 5.
Top 5, okay. Top 5, Scottie.
So let's take that, and then why don't we each take a guy for top 10?
Okay, I'll go Siwoo. I want a piece of Siwoo, so I'll go Siwoo Kim, top 10.
Siwoo, okay, and I will go Rory or Cam Young. Siwoo. I mean, the Siwoo is plus 155. Well, let's get a bit of a bigger number for this one.
Okay.
Cam Young, Siwoo, top 10s.
And Scottie Scheffler, top 5. Okay, that's what we'll do. What's coming up on WST, Huss?
Well, actually, speaking of golf, we're going to get ready for the Manitoba Open. It's amazing. I guess the women are out in Edmonton this week.
They are. Yeah, they're out this weekend. They're out here this weekend. Yep.
What the hell? What's Brooke Henderson for the CPKC?
You can look that up for a second. I'm just sending our top 20 off here.
Okay.
Who'd you say, Cam Young? Cam Young.
Yeah, Cam Young, top 10. So Nelly Korda's the favorite. I'm seeing plus 450. Yamashita 11-1. Kim, H Kim. There's a million Kims on the women's tour, but H Kim. And then Brooke at 18. The defending champion just got engaged. And Brooke. I mean, Brooke is a very, calm woman of God. I'm sure that this is I think she's just over the moon right now that she's getting married. So I think she is in a great, great place. I don't mind Brooke. And I mean, you can get Brooke at sort of 2-1 top 10, 5 or 4-1 top 5. I think she's going to be there on the weekend. And she's been great. This year, she's got 3 top 10s, all in majors. Make no mistake about it. This is a major for Brooke Henderson.
It's a major for her, yeah. Yeah,
so
what'd you say? You seeing that 4-1 on top 10?
4-1 on top 5.
4-1 on top 5. 2-1 on top 10.
2-1 top 10. Where is the course? How far away is it?
It's right in town here.
It's inside the city?
Yeah, it's inside the city.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys get it. But yeah, we got the Manitoba Open. The PGA Tour America's here. And remember that Michael Brennan that won just a couple weeks ago in the tour?
Little while ago. Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
He was, I think it was 2 weeks ago, because he had that was when we were sitting there with all those great tickets, and he went and ran away with it on the Sunday.
Was that the Rocket? Did he win the Rocket? Was that the Rocket that he won?
Is it Rocket or 3M? I think it was Rocket.
Yeah, I think it was Rocket. That was a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
He was here last year playing on the PGA Tour Americas. Year before, my guy Johnny Kiefer. So it's we're fired up to get the best on that tour out here this week. But golf fans, get out there, join the Brooke Brigade, and if you want to join the Brooke Brigade, you can do that at around 18-1.
All right, there you go. That's Huss Winnipeg Sports Talk coming up in just a few minutes. He'll be back tomorrow. Obviously, a heavy CFL show tomorrow, so make sure you join us for that. We got the Oil Stream coming out with myself and YouTube. Trev, stick around. We're going to talk top 5 goaltenders for the Oilers all time. McDavid chasing Gretzky. A bunch of other things that we're going to get to as well. Thank you very much for joining us in Lock Shop. Best of luck with whatever you're on tonight. Congrats to the guys who are riding some Finnish League preseason hockey, I think. Looks like they won that. And take it easy. Talk to you coming up here on the Oil Stream.